But Mbeba to retrieve. Velokoza. Scotland yet to get the feel and touch of the game. Yet to be in control. Mseve being harassed. The referee awards a free kick after a challenge on the new boy Kuda Ike Myaba. Matake having a more central role this afternoon. Poor pass coming through from God knows Murira, who was looking for his captain. Tondurai stands and Diraya. The men given the task to engineer a repeat of 1984 done by only Black Rhinos from the lower division to win the league. Scotland not too far away from the chasing pack as the defending champion Simbabora won against fading giants Dynamos yesterday by a goal to nil to cement their lock lead position. Machope, Manenji as well to Machope in the box. Tightly monitored, good defensive work from Highlanders. Scintillating touches, Albert Manenji feeling it. Mureremba, Sona trips a long one forward, falls nonetheless. Deva to clear. Fast pace so far in this game. Ravuji. Here they come. Can they engineer something? Yeah. Zona. Deft touch and control. Kevin Moyo. Nomadic. Former Dynamos. Former FC Platinum. They'll push it back to give the goalkeeper. Calvin Shangiwa. Gets to getting goals. Spoiled for talent is Tondurai Diraya. And I understand if you lose a game, the rotation of the keeper comes in.
Yes, it seems like it's a new concept that has been introduced in the local game, where if you concede a goal or if you lose a match as a goalkeeper, the coach will rotate you in their next fixture. Well, we wait to see if that's going to give any results. But if you lose a game, maybe it might not have been through your own undoing. You might have lost a game through other reasons, and then you are benched the next game. So I don't know how psychologically that can play out in the goalkeeper's mind. But we wait to see if that's going to be a positive or a negative move on that on the part of the coaches.
Scotland are playing it in their own half. Highlanders pressing high, looking to win possession as they keep control. Shangiwa. Highlanders will recollect. Velo. Manenji. So far hasn't put a foot wrong. Kingsley Mremba. They call him Momo. Finds his captain. The captain with a poor pass. Walter Msona. Trying to move it already up. That is the Highlanders gaffer. 5 minutes, Joe, have been played. Two teams still sizing up each other. No chances created in front of goal, but moments of touches and brilliance here and there.
Yes, yeah, the first 5 minutes have shown us that the two teams are intent on going up front and probably looking for an early lead in this game, which will definitely give you some measure of control in the game. So the two teams are not holding back. That's what we've seen in the first 5 minutes. They are going all out looking for a goal.
Already, Lawrence Mondi, he needs to take charge of this. Tsukamanja being given a word. Foul there. Use of his hands. Walter and Tsukamanja. He has to listen to his captain. He is the only one who can confront the referee with anger at some point. But measured anger nonetheless.
Yes, yeah, indeed. That's one thing players need to be wary of, because right now, these days, if you are not the captain and you are charged at the referee, you are likely to risk yourself a card of either color. But at the end of the day, you need to be watching your temper. You need to watch your emotions. Let the coach engage the referee. I mean the captain. Let the captain engage the referee.
God knows Murira to restart here after a foul given by referee Lawrence Mondi. It's whipped inside the 18 area. but defended well by Highlanders. Moyo to retrieve, finds his captain. Sona. Moyo. Sona. Back to Moyo Kevin. Missing his youth partner, Peter Mutua. He's given a red card and suspended. Matake. Manenji. Moyo. Manenji. The bumpy pitch, sometimes you can't complete those smooth passes. You look at that and you easily got pressed, but if it was, sliding through and cutting through the surface smoothly, it would have been easy pass for him and find the pass, but he was quickly closed down as he was trying to get the ball under control.
Yes, conditions may also have contributed to that, but I like the way Rizin Spanda pressed in on him, forcing him to make that error, which is actually speaking well of a team that is looking for exerting control on the game. So Rizin Spanda there, I think, did very well to press him to make that mistake.
Manenji. The new boy Kuda Ike Miaba, tightly monitored by Andrew Mbeba. You harass him all day, all afternoon today. Make sure he feels his presence. Velo Koza, a young lad born in 2005, one of the youngest players on the field today, together with Matthias Chiweta. So is Kingsley Muremba and Albert Manenji. Andrew Mbeba try and get Highlanders going as he pushes one forward. Velo was trying to switch flanks, but Marvin Spanda wins a free kick. Sebe being the lieutenant already shown a yellow card. In the 9th minute, quickly, Walthamson are going to say, but that was his first offense, referee. Wasn't it too early to show him a yellow card?
Yeah, perhaps too early. But of course, you want to see a referee who wants to exert his control on the match. But otherwise, too early a card to receive in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Marvin Spanda will leave it from Velo Koza, or two of them will look to engineer it. Tagoza himself a confirmation of yellow card. It's whipped in. It's a poor one from Marvin Spanda. Velo to control. We'll push it back to find that prime Locha. Reward Musa. The blind pass. Kaya. Kingsley Muremba to God knows Murera. Zizu they call him. Machope. Fouled by Lakmo Mtumbi. He was beaten for pace by Machope.
And with the way he's walking, it's actually a guilty face on display there. He knew what he did, but one might call it a professional foul.
Consistency from the referee, show a yellow card, cynical foul.
Yes, yeah, you would expect that to come through. But if you look at the way the foul came through, they actually crossed each other's paths. He was trying to cut inward to cover the goal side of the attack, but unfortunately he tripped the attacker, and rightly so. A free kick given on the far side.
Chance for Walthamson to whip in across. Set piece chance for Scotland. Can they make it worthwhile here? Walter. Machope didn't turn his head quite in time. The ball hit his head when he had already turned to hit it, to nod it. And it's trickled out for a goal kick there.
It was a beautiful cross that came in from the right flank there. And he rose majestically above all these markers and connected with the ball. But of course, the connection was not perfect. Otherwise, it would have been problems for Reward Musa in goals for Highlanders.
Manenji pulling his marker off the ball. Machope touch to Manenji with acres of space here. Keeps it in control and in play. Whips in across the side. Beba cross the goalkeeper to claim it, surely. Yes, it does. That's Reward Musa commanding his area as he smelled danger there. That chance again, Joe. A header from Machope. Chokri. That is Tembo Chuma, the goalkeeper's coach for Highlanders. I'm sure he's saying something to Reward Musa. What he needs him to be alert on. As he was up on his feet there. Andrew Beba, the captain. In no hurry whatsoever. Trying to take the pressure off Highlanders. He will leave it for his goalkeeper. That is Reward Musa. They still have the experience of Elsvander as their reserve goalkeeper, Highlanders. Nevarauji. Manenji harassing. Looks to 10. It does well. Cross is whipped in. It's a deep one. No problem for the goalkeeper. I'm sure you'll see I got it covered. That was the shot from Grison Sibanda.
It was one of those crosses that you are not sure of. You know, it can be a freaky goal that can arise from that situation, which might not have looked promising, but you never know. It might just trickle it and find its way into the back of the net. But of course, Scotland goalkeeper Kelvin Shangewa did very well to make it to cover it.
Msona Dazzle to beat his marker, gets in the box in the 18 area. Msema! Oh, places his effort over the bar. A letter for Highlanders. Scotland, the Lions Mapiravira, smelling blood. Good cross coming through from the captain. It couldn't come low for him. Couldn't drop her as quickly as he wanted. That is himself to really put the laces through it.
Yeah, he found himself. Look at that cross that came in from Captain Walter Msona, and he was correctly positioned around the penalty box, penalty spot, and he let loose a left boot, which probably would have done well had he used his inside or his curler, and would have found the opposite net, especially where the ball was coming from.
Here they come now. Highlanders looking to accept themselves in this one. Cross comes inside the 18. Grison Sibanda. Tightly monitored by Matake. Kuda Ike Muyaba. Desperate to impress. So is Zukamanja. Highlanders looking to go on attack here. Too obvious and solid nonetheless from Godno Zumrira. First 15 gone. Goalless it remains here at Rufaro Stadium. Match day 21 of the Castle Premier Soccer League. Manenji using his smile and might. Velo, Marvin Sibanda. Disappointing so far in the first 15. He needs to do well. He does well this time around. There he is. He's now wanting it. You bet move it. Velokoza to Marvin Sibanda. Tries to beat his marker. Machope with an overhead kick pass. Zukamanja to fight and tussle for it. Comes tops. Machope foul. The referee says play on. That is Lawrence Simondi. Highlanders now on an attack here. Mafia Stewart too. Beat his marker Stewart too. Oh my goodness. Good alertness from Kevin Moyo. Matake to mop up. End-to-end stuff here. Msona with the Trivela pass to Machope, back to Msona. They're going to counter-attack here. Poor run from Machope. Give him options. That's what the captain is complaining about. Nevarauji, Marvin Spanda. Looking for a ride, he's onside here. Rizin on the ball line. A chance! Is a goal! Highlanders! Highlanders! Highlanders have a strike here. Mafia Stewart. The boy can't stop scoring. Highlanders have struck. They've scored the opening goal and the crowd is going wild here, Joe, at Rufaro. The experienced team showing their class. Look at that Rizin Spanda with a clever run to the bar line. Chiweta, no mistake, locks it in. Simple as you want.
A beautiful cutback. Look at that composure. He looked up, picked up his spot, and he gave it to Mafios Cheddar, who knew what he was doing. He knew where he was. He placed it, and the goalkeeper could not do anything but just to complain about poor marking from his defense. So Highlanders maybe justifiably in the lead, but it's been an open game so far in the first 17 minutes of the game, and Highlanders draw first blood.
A lad born in 2005. Yet to celebrate his birthday. That will be on the 31st of August. He's 20th, he's still 19. Already showing for Highlanders. Scotland again have to dig deep like they did at Emakumeni. They now have to chase the game. Kaya, Machope to chase. He had to get that one. Sukamanja now. Beats his marker, is fouled in the process. Surely that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card now to Yupen Mube. Lawrence Bond is showing his second yellow card of the afternoon. Ian Joma. There he is with one of the agents, Mahachi. Player agents.
Yeah, it was a late
cynical talk.
Yeah, very late.
Kevin Moyer and Godnosom Rira. In swinger, would you prefer out swinger? Confirmation of Yupet Mubes. Card there. Yellow card. One apiece so far. Moyo. Deep cross. 70 chase. Does well to keep it in. Tries to beat his marker. That surely should have been Scotland throw it, but Ireland is given. Look at the passion of the fans. 20 minutes played now. Lisandro Snuma. Sisen Kultani Faro Stadium. Lapoge Utibana Kona. Scotland Itala le Kambu. The Highlanders. Liakokela ge Kambu Highlanders 1-0. Scotland Mapiravira. The home side Yonage here. And Italale Kaya. Moyo. Msebe. Etolu Manenji. Manenji shay cross la pana beli pimpa. Corner kick. Unompembe. Lorenzo Mondi. Yakolisa Gatiwa.
Yeah,
Luchale Poren.
Varkuchika Oma Porero Chips asvagarowa timu yavo yagoeswa neHighlanders mushure kwezvibwadzwa zvinokwana 17 Valentine pare zvino Scotland iri kutsvaka go bhora rekuequalizer vachitora kona kick na captain wavo Walter Musona.
Walter Musona uza tinga ivona ukuthi uza lishaya kanjani lapana. Walter Musona Umbeba uzama kulungisa idefense yakhe. Mele bebiye kahle la Konani! Emapulani! Terence Tukebacha! Terence Sugamanja wakhuluma laphana uthi semfikile senkhona uTerence Sugamanja yena ke obuya lapha ku second half yo starting a season kubafana be Scotland 1-1 shaya lapha kunye post ngithemba ukuthi yiko bahlala bekwenza kuliki khela uthi ngifake ngaphi
kunye post
near post reward bamthiya nje mangele bamthiya nje ngasuthi kwenzakaleni belithintile ngumfana uTerence Sugamanja assist ka Walter Msona yafuka imapiravira yafuka iScotland bahlabela babangomsindo kwakuhle kwamnandi kwanjeyana
Zinguthingi nobhanqa sikhuluma kanjeyana Valentine msubu msoro msubu wa Terence Sugamanja ndo akanda bora mambure zvinoreva kuti maybe msubu wake msoro oyo waita bora ritsvedze pamanza yake ichinopinda mumambure ichipa Scotland 1 goal bora ravo rekudzora chibodzwa cheHighlanders
1-1 nguthingi nobhanqa lapha kuyaliwa tholola kusempini uze rufaro nabangani bakho ungabe usibona ukuphi uma ukhona ku Facebook la ku YouTube chiya i-comment yakho khona phana nansi Highlanders esimnyama ngenkani offside .23 minutes yemsizona isidlaliwe nangiyana ke umnikazi we Scotland yena ke uScott Sakuphanya namhla angazi ukuthi uzothanda yipi ngoba zonke ukhanya uyazithanda shaya lifitshane lapha uBetty udinga yena uResin hawu ukhipha uGolipa kasekakethini man uBetty yathola uResin sibanda uBetty Ncube eshaya litelaphana ku-18 area Rawushi ateam of Inspanda kamtholi beligcina kakuhle uMachophe laphana ethola ke umkhaya Machophe ethinga ke ifree kick uLawrence Simon athi hayi bomfana kithi beligijimela laphana uKevin Shangiwe shayilithe likhipha phandle utry Ncube uMachophe uhlezi uthi nompembe bathi umnompembe uthi hayi laphana abathatha ibhora bakuthintanga wena yamtshengisa ngezandla ukuthi kuthentra ibhora abathintanga wena nxabe kuthintile nje ibe ngekho ngabomo.
Yes, Sam, and the referee there, I think he was correct making that call to allow play to continue. Timon Machophe had actually lost possession of the ball. He was trying to salvage the situation, which had actually fumbled. So the referee firm and decisive in not awarding a free kick in that instance.
Umbeba alishange ekhanda ethola ke uMvelo Khoza unompembe sithi free kick uAndrew Mbeba kathabanga decision aliyana uthi open foot utshengisa ulakhuza ukuthi hayi ubuyavulile lapha etshengisa ama-stats laphana ukungaba ingozi kuplayer yabo uWalter Msona bemtshengisile lo khathi ekhuluma kakhulu lo Lawrence Simondi uyabe emthatha isuka lapha asihlala ibhola ngikusuthi to 10 ungaphikeleli usiya phambili.
Yes, and I think the referee was not happy with what Scotland captain Walter Msona said to him. Of course, we know the captain has the right to engage in a conversation with the match official, but in this case, the referee probably thought that it was now too much. Walter Msona was persistent in his protest, maybe in some cases justified, in other cases unjustified. So the referee had had enough of Walter Msona coming into his face after every call.
Reward Musa unompembe uLawrence Simondi shala pha ekhanda Kevin Moyo Mkhaya eshayilithe laphana Machophe bemthinta uAndrew Mbeba ngokwesibili lokho uBrian Mlotshwa bazamtshengisa ikhathi ke uyamfuna uSimondi uyamfuna uthi woza la wamtshengisa laphana ikhathi laphana ubamba ikhanda kakholo uAndrew Mbeba alimelanga lidlale lokho likhonona sikhathi sonke
Yeah.
ngoba kungaliphambanisa laphana ngasokwenzekele sechayile unompempe sukani lidlala ibhola.
Yes, I agree with you, Valentine. I think sometimes players overexert themselves with the emotion, with the pressure. Then they fail to probably attend. Look at that goal that came in there.
Resin Sibanda laphana lichayile lihle thola uchiwethu eshaya mampuleni.
It came off Ruiz's knee, as it was.
I would check out the
Yeah, no, yeah. There was no contact. Yes. Well placed goal.
Keep over sitting ngoza libeka kangale. Wabe mtshintsha.
Usually it's always a problem when you send the ball where it's coming from. In the general direction where the cross was coming from, it's usually a tricky ball to deal with.
Ele Scottland laphana be equalize labo. Goal kick bafana be Highlanders. Ezimnyama ngenkani. Iposo. Idlala ke yona le Scottland. Izilwane amaphiravira. Marvin Sibanda lithola laphana. Khoza. Ukhoza chayile idlala laphana elide. Udinga uNevarawushi. Efika laphana. Velo Khoza thola uRawushi laphana. Emthinta laphana emuhla. Emchiya enjalo. Throw in kubafana be Highlanders. Thatha ke ngukapteni wabo Andrew Mbeba. Ethola ke ugoalkeeper wakhe uRiwat Musa belidlala elifitshane laphana ngoba ingozi laphana. Belitshontsha laphana for Scotland. Kodwa bazange bebe lokubalala kwesikhathi eside. Marvin Sibanda shaya lithi laphana udinga uchiwethu. Mafios. Bemdonsa laphana. Bathi free kick, bathi Cotnose. Kungabulala umfana. Dlala kakuhle. uCotnose uthi hayi mina yimi ngiqenga phezulu. Memela ngiyenzeni? Yena usalasiwa mina bengigijimela ngiqala ibhola. Laphana ebhenchini labafana beScotland akula kuthaba laphana. Bakhuluma ke yena lo Bright Benura. Yena u4th official uthi hayi unompembe nantana phezulu. Hey Matex. What are you in Dow Kingsley Mdaremba?
2 fouls in 2 seconds.
Usimonde batshengisa laphana ukuthi alidlalwa ingajanga impembe yami. Velo Khoza lo Marvin Sibanda. Bangemva kwalo. Ushangiwa. Shala phangu Sibanda. No akulankinga laphana ku-goalkeeper uKelvin Shangiwa. Yena ke wazalwa ngomnyaka ka1997.
Yeah, I don't know if Marvin was going for a cross or actually going for target, but from the way the flight of the ball took, I think he was going for target in the first instance. I thought he would have
I saw the instruction. Bebemtshela lapha ebhenchini ukuthi shaya zama.
Yeah, well, you better give some respect to the goalkeeper. You know, from that range, I wonder if it would have trapped with the Scotland goalkeeper, Ruiji.
Babuya laphana. Terence Kamanja yena kuhlohlile laphana ngemva kwemsuzwana elichumi. Amachumi amabili nanye. Belkipela phandle laphana. Walter Msona. Ufuna uthatha masiyu uzalitshela ke uCotnose Murira. "31 ezazidlaliwe laphana. 1-1. Chikilo Bhanqa. Free kick. Yabafana beScotland laphana. Ngelinye ithuba lapha. Ukuthi bebone ukuthi bengayenza njani behlolola igoli. Yanathwa. Kubukelwe. Kuyakholiswa. Linjalo namhla. Ungabe ungaphilovani. Ubumele ube lapha. encane yakhona le ndala ziyadibana lapha. God knows Muriro laphana. Corner kick. Thokoza Zimsebe. Bevuka ushanga esithente laphana. Balivimba. Corner kick. Eyoqala ingenile. Esibili ngangena yini. Sesilinde.
Asazi ngumpabanga lana uzaphinda akwenzile njalo ukushesa goal yeScotland. Well, we see. Wait to see.
Walter Msona. Shine laphana. Ukipa likipa. Walikipa laphana umlochwa. Uspanda laphana zamubaleka lalo. God knows Mrira. Ethola ukapteni wakhe. Walter Msona. Murira. Obeshaya lihle laphana liyaphumela phandle. Goal kick. Kubafana beHighlanders. Reward Musa. Sebemhlohlo lilodwa okwanamhla. Omunye wakhe kungxenye yenye uKelvin Shagiwa. Laye ke sebe mhlohlo igole lilodwa.
We hear the Highlanders fans have broken into song with one of their traditional songs, which literally means we don't like what you are doing. I think the Highlanders fans are expressing themselves against some of the calls that were made by the referee, but we can't really fault the referee. I think the referee so far has been in control and in charge of the game and has made fair calls so far.
Walter Msona elithatha laphana ethola umkhaba. Walter Msona. Walter mtshintsha laphana. Walter Msona. Heaven. What about the reward? What's in corner mina? What's in corner mina? Pasa baba ingozi laphana. Umanenji elithatha laphana ikhaba eligcina kakuhle ethola ke uTerence Sukamanja eshaya lihle laphana lihle Msona. Woo! Hey man, abasila. Yasila isemnyama. Iyabuya imapiramira. Iyathisa sokulilanga lomlilo.
Highlanders survived in that instant. Walter Msona didn't get a good connection of the ball. They exchanged a few passes. He weaved his way past Mbeba and he let go of a shot. This was the first incident where Ruiz was equal to the task. But in that instance, Walter Msona tried to connect with his left foot, but the ball did not settle well onto his leg. Otherwise, it would have been trouble for Highlanders. But so far, Mapiravira are on flame. They want to burn Highlanders down.
Ngabunga philo bani. Thina silapha eRufaro. Kuhle kuba lapha. Ungabe ubukela kuphi? Akusitshele uliphilizwe. Ungabe ubukela ku Facebook kumbe ku YouTube. Siyakwakumekela. Sebethola ithuba lapho ukuthi bekhulumelana laphana. Bambiza Reward Musa laphana. Uthi bexoxisane laye ibhenchi lakhe. Echaya lihle laphana uTsukamanja. Hey! Kancane nje so mbelebele lingenelelana. Lelo libambe kamnandi laphana uMusa. Bakhulumelana laphana abafana beHighlanders. Darlington Mkuli. Eresponda ukhuluma lo Chokri laphana uTempo Chumu ukuthi ukhipha umelenze njani laphana.
Yeah, Eros is one of the seasoned goalkeepers we have seen in the local football. And I like something that is coming out as a trend from Highlanders, the quality of goalkeepers that Highlanders have produced over time. You're looking at your Peter Nkomos from back then, your Amon Chimbalangas back then, and your Ariel Spanda down the lane. So you see Highlanders actually have a good eye for talented goalkeepers.
Rutoro Papayana Terence Sugamanja. Achinaro, Achinitorero Papayana Mkomana Nonzie. Kosa Vichitoro na Kingsley Mraremba atuona kapteni wake Walter Msona atifura. No problem. Kuna goalkeeper Reward Musa. Varuguda Yagu pira iya.
Good technique from Walter Msona. He's one player who's got a good touch And look at that shot that he belted there. Off target here, but it was a point of bother for Reward Musa and goal for Highlanders. He was to make sure that he covered that post. But otherwise, what I'm so enjoy to watch. I like the way he controls the ball. He's very comfortable on the ball, and he's got such amazing technique. The way he addresses the ball and takes those shots is something to marvel.
Gareth Matake achiritangiza chona Kevin Moyo achona kuna Albert Manenji ari kutsvaga iye mukomana anonzi Kuda Ike Muyaba richibudira panze. Throw in kuvakomana veHighlanders Nevaraushi achiti ndokutenderedza mukomana Manenji akati bodoshe haungandipfekedze heti iwe. Nevaraushi na Manenji 1-1. Manenji Rizin Sibanda ari kutsvaga paya. Throw in kuvakomana veHighlanders. Pedgo netekema area yavakomana veHighlanders. Velo Koza try move. Manenji achirova refu rakanakisa ari kutsvaga iye mukomana Timon Machope achimuwana richitungwa nemusoro richitorwa apo na Andrew Mbeba achirova rakanakisa richienda kuna Mvelo Koza achidona paya atsvaga mukono chiwetu achimurova tami paya rakanakisa. Hubert Mube achitsvaga chiwetu haana kuriona zvakanakisisa. Mukana watambiswa nevakomana veHighlanders. Terence Sukamanja ari kutsvaga iye Machope. Timon ationa rakanakisa pana Walter Msona richipfutwa paya nevakomana veHighlanders. Machope harina kugara nenguva. Wauri pinanuchite papa epinda mombe munda.
If you can still find your way to Rufaro Stadium, nothing should stop you. Come and witness the action that we're seeing here. Maviravira Scotland are actually on the rampage. They are troubling Highlanders from all fronts, left, right and centre. But of course, to their credit, Highlanders have been holding their own. They've been denying the Scotland Maviravira team from getting their second goal. But an exciting game that we've witnessed so far, Valentine.
Velo Koza chikanda papari wachana kukomana ya Rizin Sibanda richitoro na Kevin Moyo achipa Gareth Matake richitoro na Nevaraushi Mkuli richitoro na captain wa Scotland Walter Msona Wale richibudira panze. Throw in kuvakomana ve Scotland richipiwa Albert Manenji achirova refu ari kutsvaga iye mukomana Kuda Ike Muyaba richiwanikwa na Terence Sukamanja atogoesa chibodzwa chimwe Mkaya avachida offside richikandirwa Mvelo Koza chirova rakanakisa apa chona Rizin richienda kuna Nevaraushi achitsvaga iye mukomana Rizin Sibanda uyo achisvika zvakanakisisa achitangira iye Kevin Moyo achirova rienda pasenta vachitsvaga iye Marvin Sibanda chitora na Mvelo Koza richipiwa Mkuli Zimondi achipinda munzira yevakomana yepasi yeHighlanders rinoitwa drop goal richipiwa Mkuli ichirova akatachi Chidobi chitorwa nemukomana Timon Machope achiwana iye muthokozisi Mseve chikomana chakagara payellow card ationa captain wavo iye anonzi Walter Msona achiona ya Kingsley Mureremba chikomana chakabva paCaps United richipiwa iwe Albert Manenji richienda kuna muthokozisi Mseve achirova rakanakisa paya. Reward Musa akati ndiri pano. Richipiwa Mvelo Koza achiona iye chikomana Nevaraushi kuna Rizin Sibanda zvidzoserwa kuna Marvin Sibanda vari muhafu yavakomana veHighlanders. Zvichiwa refurefure rakanakisa zvichicheketana Chiwetu, chikomana chaiva paPrince Edward. Chiwetu Mafios hapana aripo, vakomana imwe yaita ngoziyo. Huya uone Gareth Matake, Kingsley Mlaremba, Terence Zugamanja, God knows Muriro richimsiya achiriwana kachiviri achipa goalkeeper wakachimdzosera achirova refu arikutsvaga iye mukomana Kuda Ike Muyaba ichitorwa naKingsley Mlaremba, vanomuti Momo, ichitorwa naManenji. Vamzvina Pembe vamisa mutambo panenge paita iyo yatinoti injury yemusoro. Mazuvano kunoitwa kuchenjeudzwa kuti ugare zvine ngozi mukati. Vanotoshedza mamedics kuti vauye vazotarisa kuti hapana chashatisisa here apo.
Yes, mutemo mutsva webhora unodaidza uyo uchiti izvo kana player achinge yakuwara musoro, Muzvina Pembe ngavambomisa mutambo kuti usaendera mberi kusvika vanoona nezveutano zvematimu vaunza vakomana vavo vanovabatsira kuti vakomana vatambe vakagwinya vakasimba, sezvo tiri kuona apo mukomana akubatsirwa kuti abude munhandare anorapirwa ari panze. Saka it's a good call from the referee to call for the play. I think that was an elbow that landed on his head, leading to him suffering a head injury, and rightly so, the referee stopping play from proceeding.
Welcome to Zimbabwean football. Baro defense splitting pass apo nechikomana Marvin Sibanda achiwana Resin Sibanda. Sibanda achienda pabhala ina achiwana icho chikomana Mafios Chiweta.
That was a near post goal scored by Terence Jukamanja. Yeah, it shows that it's a kind of goal that comes from the training ground.
Sebe offside. Yashedzerwa navamzvina Pembe vachidzosera kumashure. Vavada kutora nekuchimbidza vakomana veHighlanders. VaLawrence Simondi ndivo Mzvina Pembe maskatanaya. 1 minute neichawedzerwa navamzvina Pembe. Ndiyo yasara kuti titambe muchikamu chokutanga chemutambo uyu weKasolaga Premier Soccer League. Apa pari kutamba chikwata cheScotland mabviravira shumba dzebhora vachisangana ivo nevakomana veHighlanders. Ezimnyamangenkani Boso Gareth Matake ndiye ari kuritsika-tsika achiona icho chikomana icho chinonzi Kevin Moyo ichienda kuna Manenji. Manenji achiona icho chikomana chonzi Matope. Terence Zugamanja ane mukana wakarebesa achikoniwa kuona captain wake arisa kumashure kwake panotideaisa kumberi kwake. Abva atsvedza mukomana Waltamsona richirohwa rakarebesa paya naBrian Mlocha. 2 minutes ndizo dzichawedzera, ndiyo shoma yacho. Nguva ichawedzerwa navamzvina Pembe vaLawrence Simondi. VaPride Pedura ndiyo vachiratidza nguva ichawedzerwa. Manenji Machope Kaya lichipiwa icho chikomana chinodzi Museve achiwana iye Kevin Moyo achirova rakanakisa chioreka na Machope. Good control cross, one time overhead iwe Kingsley Mlaremba goalkeeper akatenderi pano rararohwa rakanakisa na Momo. Iwe
Beautiful stuff we are witnessing, Valentine. A lovely shot that was belted from outside the box. But of course, the Highlanders goalkeeper was equal to the task. But so far, it's been proving to be worthy of all the penny that the fans paid to watch this game. And I'm sure those that are watching from home are enjoying this game as much as we are from the commentary box.
Machope ndiyasiyira Zugamanja, but the striker inokudza kuti atiite izvozvo.
Goalkeeper needed chapter 2 of the save. Otherwise, it was a good shot that was belted.
Darlington Mkuli vari kutsvaka-tsvaka vakomana veHighlanders. Mathias Chiwetu mukomana anotambisa romweza bhura uyo achiona Rizinsibanda. Hoko yomombe mumunda yayauya Highlanders vamtsvina pepe vatizoni ndaridzo sore kumashure vanogona kuridza kuti chikamu chekutanga aiwa zvakwana. Ngatimoendai kumaorange nemananchisi zvichitorwa naKevin Moyo zvichipiwa iye Tabon Machope achikoniwa kuona icho chikomana chinonzi Museve. Vamzvina pembe vakati aiwa pare zvino zvakwana 1-1. Joe, your assessment of the first 45 tisati tadzokera kumastudios wedu uko.
An exciting first half of football that we've witnessed. Probably and arguably one of the best games that we've witnessed at Faro Stadium. This has been end-to-end stuff with the Highlanders coming into the lead in the 70th minute through a well-taken goal by Mathias Chiweta after a nicely threaded ball from the right wing from Highlanders by Rizinsibanda. And then Terence Jukamanja equalizing for Scotland in the 21st minute. Otherwise, a game of two halves, a game of end-to-end action, but it's promising to be a second half that is also going to be loaded with fireworks. But either way, this team could have gone either side. But wherever you are, I think you better stick to watching this game. A good game of first half that we've seen Valentine.
Indeed. So that's the story right here.
Right, half time. What an exciting game. I did say we are expecting the mother of all battles, and so far it has been exactly that. You are what? Mavira or you are Bosso? Well, I think you got to clap for both your sides. They've given us some tremendous, exciting stuff. Hey, you will admit to that. First, it was the young man we call Mathias Chiweta, stinging, making it 1-0. And then it was the striker we call Nyama, Terence Jukamanja, eating Reward Musa there with that flick of a header, making it 1-1. So one end Magwa Jiruma, the other end Nyama Ichijga. That's Terence Jukamanja. All right.
Blame Scotland for hiking the gate charges. The fans, I'm sure they are really enjoying. Even us here in studio, we are talking off camera. This is what we expect to see when the two giants of Zimbabwean football clash. This is an exciting encounter. Even the quality of the two goals, the one scored by Mathias Chiweta, that move by Highlanders, I think it was a brilliant team goal. Reasons and they was very unselfish, and the way he laid the ball into the box. Yes, of course, you might ask one or two questions about the defending of the back four of Scotland, the way they were standing, allowing Mathias to ghost from the blind side to poke the ball past a helpless Kevin Shangiwa. Even to see the goal scored by Terence Jukamanja. I think off air we are just talking about Jukamanja saying that he has not really clicked since his return to the local premiership, and within a minute he came up with that glancing header. And but also you need to question how Highlanders defended that corner kick. You could see that there were two defenders right by the near post, including the goalkeeper. And Terence, yes, it looked like he was unmarked, but that run to go and meet that ball, I think that's top notch.
Yes, real exciting stuff in the mother of all battles at Rufaro Stadium, Kumbiles. If you care to remember, the last time that as we see the goal, Ribo, that's Rizinsibanda squaring it, and Mago stinging stinging the ball past Kelvin Shangiwa, and it was a deserved lead by Iboso. There you see it again, Mago Mafias Chiweta, the Prince Edward High School product. And did you see Ribo just when he sent in the pass, Chief Justice, just waiting, put Mfana Mago, I say you.
Yeah, no, that was well calculated move and a very good drawback. And Mago was in the right position and a good tap in. What a goal, I would say.
And let's see this one from Nyama. Well, we're going to see it again. It's going to come again, the equalizer. I mean, which one was the better goal? Let's see. You know, we saw the one by Mago, and then we are going to see the one by, brilliant, by Nyama. Terence Drukamanja. Oh, let's see it again. Oh! I mean, how did he do that, Chief? How did he do that?
No, he's intelligent. I watched him some games when he was at Orlando Pirates. He used to score in the first post. And
another chance for this. Oh,
that's Mswebe.
Walter Msona.
Yeah, and Mswebe.
Mtokosis. Yeah. It's
Msebe.
Msebe.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, but it's Scotland are doing very well. They're piling up the pressure, and they responded very quickly from that goal after Highlanders scored. And they came in quickly and they scored an equalizer through Zukamanj, which is very good. They are showing hungriness in them. And you have seen some quite few attempts from Musona from long range. But I think it's an exciting match, and both teams are playing very good. I'm impressed with Marvin Sibanda in midfield for Highlanders. He's doing very well, and he's passing the eye. You know, he's so good. I think they are doing so fine, considering they're missing some quite number of players, very good key players.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this game here, I think one of the finest games we have ever witnessed at Rufaro Stadium. You will agree with me because it has been fireworks right throughout. And in case some of you are wondering how Terence Drukamanja got the nickname Nyama. No, it's not from Nyama, the highest goal scorer ever in the country. It was the late Peter Nyama who still holds he scored 62 goals in the 1970 season. Nobody else has done that. Moses Chunga has been nearest with 46 goals. Another chance for Maviravira. Oh, they were really, after they scored their first goal, they were gunning to get the second one. As we see, I think that one was by Walter Musona. And Reward Musa has been definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers. And I think when he goes back to the city of kings and queens, they must reserve a hot bath for him, because Reward Musa, he really has been in the wars and keeping out Maviravira, as we see there. I was just talking about how Terence Drukamanja, we'll come to that later. Again, is Maviravira. Oh, again, Reward Musa. Oh, my word. Wow. I mean, that was Walter Musona again. Because they have been attacking left, right, and center, Maviravira. And Ginola, Reward Musa, I mean, he has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think he's a bit overemployed there. He's working extra hard.
Yeah.
And I think he has done well. You see those couple of saves there. In that occasion, he needed the second bite of the cherry, that volley from the center of the park by Maviravira. And also Highlanders, I'm sure they're trying to contend.
As we see that one.
Yeah, that was in the very first minute of the game.
The Highlanders attack. I think that was after a long time, isn't it? And then but it was always rising from the moment it left his boot. But Highlanders giving as much as they are getting. And there's that one. Mago. Mafios Chiweta. You don't want to live. You see, when you play with Mago, what they do, they bite you, especially they aim for your eyes. As we see, I think that was the goal, isn't it? The center from Ribo. and Highlanders were up and about. And again, as we see, oh my word, this has been exciting stuff. I go back to Terence Chukamanja. He was nicknamed Nyama at Ngezi Platinum because he was always the match winner for Ngezi Platinum when he was playing. And his other mate said, Nyama. So that's how the nickname came, Terence Chukamanja Nyama. And if they win, Nyama. It looks like that. My word. Second half, brace up for it. What can we expect from the second half? Let's give Chief Justice, because Chief Justice has tipped Scotland. So let's give him the hat of Tondirai Stanza. What do you think Stanza now will do for the second half?
I think he has to tell his players to keep focusing and also remind them that they did very well by coming back, recovering that goal, and they started piling up pressure. Let's continue the pressure in the last 30 minutes. I think they've been piling pressure just before halftime. They did that as well. So you need also to start from where they left, and now they just need precision. What are they doing? They also need to calculate. Highlanders is very good central defense. The high balls for Machope is not really getting them because there is Mbeba there, and he is marshalling up the defense. So they just need to come with the 1-2s. Try to use the especially on the left side for Highlanders. It's not where there's Darlington. It's not really tight, unlike the right side. So they just need to use upright, then bring in some low crosses. I think Highlanders is not so good in defending the low crosses. But the high balls, I think they can. Of course, Maviravira is trying by all means, but in the middle of the park, they are not well stable. They also need to aid up in the middle where there is Momo. He is alone, but they are not going forward. They are not going forward. They're just passing wide and backwards. But they just need to pump up because it will stop Marvin from doing whatever he's doing in midfield.
Right, and Ginola, trying Nube, I will give you that hat. He said we came here to compete. So what can we expect from trying Nube, the head coach of Bosso, in the second half for him to do? What do you think he's saying to the guys right now?
And true to his words, they are really competing. And if I was trying Nube, I think I would try to edge my boys not to panic much. They need to absorb that pressure, especially in the early stages of the second half, and not be forced to make rushed changes because the team so far is playing well. And you could see that Tondirai Ndraya, I think he had done his homework very well. He had countered what the Highlanders, knowing that they have got tricky wingers. He opted for Godnoz Murwira and Albert Manenji on those left wing back and right wing back positions respectively, because they are a bit bulky and they're masculine those young Highlanders forwards. But you can see that Maofias Chwetu is very, very good technically. He's dribbling, and even these square balls into the box, so they are really dangerous. So I would urge him to continue fighting like that and make sure that they pose a threat to that rear guard of Scotland and try to find another goal. But if it doesn't work out, maybe around the 70th something minute, they still have the likes of Prince Ngovu, they have Melikai Ngube on the bench, also they have Panashe Mshonga, the mid-season acquisition from Chegu to Pirates. They also have the experience of manager Brighton Ngube. So it's an open game, and I would try to pick up a point and maybe by surprise collect all 3 points at the end of the day.
Right, as we look ahead at the second half, yes, remember, you haven't forgotten, have you? Because, yes, the Zimbabwe Sables are through to the World Cup final in 2027 in Australia after we beat Namibia yesterday. Right. Let's go back to Vava, Valentine, Mabugu, and Joseph Nkani for the second half. We hope it's going to be just as exciting. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
And we are back for the second half here at Rufaro Stadium. Highlanders FC and Scotland unlocked 1-1 after a thrilling first half. Both teams looking to take the win, and the intensity is high. And let's see what the second half brings, Joe.
Yes.
But if we were to go by the first half, surely we are in for a thrilling ride in the next 45.
Definitely fasten your seatbelt and brace yourself for a bumpy ride, exciting ride of the next 45 minutes as we witness two teams that have not been separated by much. If you look at their last 10 games, Scotland have registered 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses, whereas in the last 5 games, that is, and Highlanders have 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. So they'll be looking to go one up and improve their form in the last 45 minutes of this game. Whereas in the head-to-head clash, they've only played once in their lifetime, drawing 1-1 at Emagumeni in Barberfields, Bulawayo. We wonder if Mtokozi Zinsewe would repeat the feat that he did in the first leg, where he scored in the 98th plus 3 minutes, and Andrew Mbeba scoring for Highlanders in the 84th minute in the last game that they played.
So we are set. Lawrence Simoni gets us underway here for the second half, folks. Both teams are looking sharp and the pace is quick. Highlanders will be looking to push forward, trying to take the lead, while Scotland is looking to counter-attack. The second half begins, the battle reignited. Both teams give their all with hearts that are ignited. And as said earlier on, the ball will fly through the air, the speed with might. Only one indeed, and only one can win this one. In the contest of skill and light, the crowd will surely be cheering on with voices loud and clear. The players will look to push hard and forward with no room for fear. The game's intensity will build as momentum grows. And the drama will unfold with pace, I'm sure. The question is, who will emerge victorious in this thrilling contest space? The teams clash with strength and with skill. The outcome, well, Joe, uncertain, as the game is at stake still. Let's see what the finish will bring to our side as these two teams battle with their might. Free kick to Scotland. Murira being given a torrid time by Chueti. Will look to create something here. Just inside the 18. Cleared by Highlanders. Machope tussling and fighting. Highlanders will get there first. Rauji. Petismaka. Fouled by Kingsley Mreremba. He was beaten clean. He was leaving him for dead, but he wouldn't allow that. That's what we know about all holding midfielders. You don't do that to them.
Yes, you don't just pass by. You know, they are more like a toll gate where you have to pay a price to get past them. And there, of course, Kingsley Mreremba with a high boot, with a high leg that impeded on him. And, of course, referee on point and on side to make a right call and give Highlanders a free kick. But that Highlanders were actually on the run with a promising attack. So Kingsley Mreremba taking one for the team. Of course, he didn't get a yellow card in that case, but actually he did well on behalf of his team, Scotland.
Velokoza to whip in the cross for Highlanders here. In the set piece, Serra slew the other one. Ooh. It couldn't settle quickly for him. Talented Mkuli. Chance goes begging for Highlanders. They get a corner kick as consolation nonetheless. This is the same hand that Scotland scored a flashing head on the near post. Caress of Terence Zukamanja's bold head. Velokoza to take it again. It's a poor one. It's low, easily dealt with by Scotland. Parking instructions is trying move. The Highlanders gaffer took over after the firing of Kevin Kayindu. Velokoza proving to be their set piece taker. This will be swung in to go towards the goalkeeper as he places it On the near, defensive header, cushioned to the goalkeeper by Will Thompson. Reward, rather that's Kelvin Shangiwa, born in 1997. He finds the new man, Kuda Ike Mnyaba. Throw in for the Scottish Lions. Side 18, Yeda by Tsukamanja. Wasn't well read by Kuda Ike Mnyaba. Well read nonetheless by Highlanders goalkeeper Reward Musa. And Rumbeba, the long telegraphed ball. He's looking for somebody in black and white, but it lands to the boys in blue. But they win it nonetheless. Kingsley Mremba still tussling and fighting with Manenji. They win it cleanly, says the referee. Kevin Moya to mop up. Here comes Machope now. Does well, tries to beat him fellow. Tussling those long leggy legs. Makes him favorite in some tussles with Mvelo. Still keeps control of the ball. They'll push it back and try and open space. And they're forced way back into their own half, Highlanders. That is Scotland. Beba. Ping pong. Scotland, Murira, Chwetu is giving him all the trouble today. Kingsley Mremba says, we are same age boys, let me deal with him. Kevin Moya finds Gareth Matake playing central today with Peter Mutua missing in this game. Free kick. Prime Locha penalized on a foul on Timon Machope.
I thought it was a fair challenge in my view. Yeah, well, but the referee saw otherwise and awarded a free kick to Scotland.
Set piece opportunity for Mapiravira. God knows Umrira to take it. Back in the day, from that distance, they will go for goal. Gone are the days and times. Edges taken over. Looking for Machope with the header. Msona to control Msebe. Does well. Msebe clips one, looking for Machope. Can't find him. Islanders will clean up. Chwetu. Murira. Msebe to win control for Scotland. Manenji. Terence Zukamanja. Walter. Msona. Terence Zukamanja. Switch flanks. Come to the right of attack. Murira tries to clip in across, but using his weaker left foot. So the same effort. Matake should be careful here. Rizin is the hustler. Rauji whips it across. Chwetu to get to the end of it. Keeps it in play. Chwetu! Oh, overcooked his pass here. The young lad. Here comes Rauji. Muscled out by Manenji. Using his physique well.
And look at how he's pumped up. He's facing the Highlanders fans and showing off his chest and say, I'm the man. I think Manenji there using his experience and his body size to his advantage. He did very well to shoot that ball. Otherwise, it was going to be a threat for Scotland. So well done, Manenji, for shooting that ball and watching it roll across. As Scotland are making a change.
The new signing, Moses Shindolo, prepares to come in. They're taking the new signing as well, Kuda Ike Muyaba. Confirmation of the first change as Tondoran Diraya shows his hand to win it. Throw in. Marvin Spanda. The pitch not making it easy for the players. Velo Koza. Neva Rauji. Mreremba says no way. Terence Sukamanja shows them how it's done. Battle of for show-offs.
Beautiful play from both sides, Valentine. I think players are showing off what they can do. They are saying, what you can do, I can do better. Beautiful piece of play that we witnessed from the two sides in the past 2 minutes. The way they have been exchanging their passes with flair, with prompt and fanfare. Beautiful football.
Nkuli. Velo Koza. Velo. Simon Machope on the chase. The ball faster than the man. Velacosa to clip a long one forward. Looking for a run from Marvin Spanda. But Kevin Shingiwa gets there first. Maviravira versus Chilamoya. Gareth Matake. Machope. He's looking for a choice pass to Terence Sukamanja. He wasn't too close to him. Velo. Lost concentration there. Now he can go. Shindolo. Mreremba Kingsley. Good defensive work from the captain. Good covering from Andrew Mbeba.
That was very decisive. Manenji was out on the run and venturing into the box. So Captain Andrew Mbeba bailing out Highlanders from that threat.
Moses Shindolo. Tumseve. Togozisi. Former Bulawayo Chiefs player. Former Simba Bora. The fans worried with a player who is injured there.
Must be Andrew Mbeba.
If this is their captain, they should worry. It's riding in agony. Looks like a bad injury. They're holding the shin there.
Yeah, he is in pain. Deep pain.
Yeah. It's the knee. I hope it's not the knee that's gone. I hope it's not the knee that's gone, because they will lose another influential player here.
Yeah, if you look at the way he's writhing in pain there, Valentine, it may not be a good sight for Highlanders and more so for him as the team captain. He has been very influential marshalling the Highlanders defense. And Andrew Mbeba, it will be a sad sight to see him walk off the field due to an injury. And from the way it looks like, when he cleared that ball, maybe he landed awkwardly. He was all by himself. I must have twisted his ankle or his knee. Look at the signals coming from the other players there. Yeah, I think the way he landed, his right leg, it doesn't look good. We hope for the best. We don't hope anything will be worse for Andrew Mbeba. We see him being helped up to his feet.
Indeed. We hope he is okay. You'll be okay. They won't want to lose their captain here.
He's walking about.
Indeed. Yes.
I'm not sure.
Gingerly
Yeah.
walking. Time for ice cream even in this weather.
Yeah, you wonder if it will be enjoyable. Yeah, in this weather, with the way someone is dressed up and is an onion, and then you add on some ice cream to that. Well, we never know. People have different palate.
In attack, Highlanders, Banda will chase. He has been chasing everything all afternoon. Goes out to control.
We see Andrew Mbeva is gingerly stepping onto the field, Valentine. Look, he's still limping. I wonder if it's good for him and good for the team. I don't know how solid now he's going to be, how much he's going to exert himself in the game, seeing that he's even limping right now as he takes up his defensive position.
Indeed, Shindolo and Neva Rauji, the referee to rush. The referee to rush and he calls the two lads to have a handshake. It's a men's game. Indeed, there'll be pressure.
I think those whistles that we're hearing, Valentine, I think that the Highlanders fans calling in for Coach Traingube to rest Captain Mbeva.
Look at his movement.
Yeah, look at his movement. He's not comfortable. And I think Highlanders will be best advised to give their captain a rest. He might be a liability. More so his strategic position that he plays at the heart of Highlanders defense.
They need to clear the ball out. Chuet, it's been a thorn in Murida's flesh all afternoon. The chance risen on the 10. Good technique. Good save from the goalkeeper. End-to-end stuff.
Captain Mbeva down. One man down. One man down. Captain Mbeva. Yeah, I think this is telling, Valentine. I think Captain Andrew Mbeva has seen his day. He has done his time. And we see Highlanders are preparing a change for Andrew Mbeva. I think he has done his shift. I think he needs to be taken out. And I see Highlanders are making a change. They are preparing a change to relieve Captain Andrew Mbeva. They are preparing in Malvin Ativagoni. Malvin Ativagoni being prepared by Highlanders to come in place of Andrew Mbeva. And you see a committee there, a Scotland committee happening. Coach Tendra Indraya speaking to Captain Walter Sona as well as Timon Machope and Andrew Msebe.
Ativagoni being given the confidence, the pep talk before being introduced into this game. 64 minutes into the encounter. 1-1 it remains. The goals again. Created by Rizensbanda. Sealed with a lovely touch from Chiwetu. Mafios. Exciting young lad. Hativakoni, confirmation of the substitution. Being replaced by Hativakoni, Malvin. God knows Marira. Said a torrid afternoon. He has toiled all afternoon. The young boy Chiwetu, Morpheus, has been playing rings and tricks around him.
Darlington Mkuru is now the captain for Highlanders. He has taken over the captain armband.
It's one of the senior statesmen in the squad. Born in 1999. It's a relatively young Highlander side.
Yeah, indeed.
The oldest is born 1996.
And I think it's in keeping with the Highlanders tradition. They've always groomed their own. You know, Highlanders is not one of they've always given their youngsters an opportunity to come in and graduate into the senior first team. So yes, in keeping with the Highlanders tradition.
65 minutes in Dionguva Yatatamba. 1-1 na Chirimangange. Kana Mushango Chibata Tigashire. Setule. Welcome. ZBC TV. Diaru Bigirai Mutambo you. We Kasalaga Premier Soccer League. Match day 21. Stograna Machope. Chestera Tsukamanja. Free kick. Komanave Scotland. Pito Ichirizwa Navamshina Pempe va Lawrence Simondi. Chikomana Tama Machope Chichiti Unatsukamanja. Sumuka Titambe.
Yeah, there was a late put. Yeah, a late tackle on Zukamanja. Yeah. And these two teams, Valentine, I think they're giving us a game which is true to their form. If you look at their last 10 games, Scotland have gained 12 points out of a possible 30, while the Highlanders have won 10 points out of a possible 30. Scotland scoring 7 goals in the last 10 games, Highlanders scoring 6 goals in their last 10 games, and Scotland conceding 6 and the Highlanders conceding 8. So these are teams that are fairly balanced in terms of the form that they brought in coming into this game. And the 1-1 scoreline that we're witnessing so far is not anything that may be surprising us, but it's actually an exciting game that we're watching.
Marvin Spada to control. Highlanders accelerating. Good defensive work from Albert Manenji. Finds Kevin Moyo. Richitungwa Nemsoro. Nechikoma Shindolo. Richiroa Nemaoko. Free kick. Richipiwa Komana with Scotland. Judge Komana Johnson Moses Shindolo. Heraro Ademahoko. You bet move. Aripa yellow card. That changes.
Yeah, he been move. Umela kapele lapana Valentine. Ngoba uhlezi uku yellow card, but lapana sibone edlala ibhora ngesandla. Njalo esajika isandla sakhe.
Get out to Kamanja! Scotland! Mapira! Wako! 2-1. Scotland here to set piece chance. No mistake. Goal. A header from Timon Machope. Terence Tsukamanja, no mistake. Lethal in that area.
3 touches played by Scotland. Calvin Moore flighted the ball from the set piece. Timon Machope headed it down onto the on-rushing veteran Terence Tsukamanja. And of course, Highlanders, look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Scotland director Scott Sakwanya donning the Highlanders scarf in keeping with the true spirit of football. Football is not about enmity. Football is just a beautiful game of sport. And as Scott Sakwanya, the Honorable Sakwanya, celebrating his team's second goal, which was well taken, a well-taken free kick, which certainly comes from the training ground. A left ball, a ball that was flighted from the left flank, Kevin Moyo, Taman Machope headed down, on rushing Terence Zukamanja, comes in to haunt Highlanders again for his second goal and for Scotland's second goal. Will Highlanders come out of this and salvage a point or possibly nick in a late winner? We wait to see. Judging from the first leg game that we witnessed at Emma Kumeni Papa Fields, the game had late drama when the two teams met at Emma Kumeni. So don't turn off your television set yet, because there's more that is likely to happen here. Highlanders are not done yet. Scotland may look to get a third, and Highlanders may be looking for a second. We wait to see what will pan out.
It's getting exciting here. Here they come, Highlanders looking to respond here. Marvin Spanda can't find Chuet. Chueta, Ravushi, crowded, Manenji, driving forward, couldn't find time on Machope. 70 minutes played, 2-1, Mapiravira lead. So Scotland has taken the lead. Terence Zukamanja, he scored his second goal of the game in the 69th minute. Scotland is now ahead 2-1. And what a strike. The team is looking confident now, and they're putting pressure on Highlanders. Highlanders have to respond. Todora Intiraya trying to be calm, but he can't afford to.
He can't. I mean, it's heated. These moments are important in the game. Your team is leading 2-1, and you are trying to think of how you can hold on to the win. And Highlanders, of course, will not be giving this game on a platter. They'll always want to come at Scotland and get themselves an equalizer and possibly nick in a late winner.
Chance! Oh! Penalty!
Penalty given.
Lawrence Simondi gives a penalty. Highlanders fans ecstatic.
The cross was sent in there. A tap-in was attended tap-in. Yes, I think he was pulled back. He was pulled
God
back.
knows Murira.
Yes.
Not to you.
Yes. God knows he pulled him back. A tap-in there. Look at that shoulder there. Yeah, God knows Murira. I think gave away the penalty. He impeded on Rizin Swanda. Yeah, I think it's a legitimate penalty kick.
Paudak Shata. Paudak Nakitsa. Pakuda Anechivindi. Pakuda Anokonaku. Rovarakanakisa. 2-1. Yaga Tungamira Scotland. Highlanders yawana mukana wa kutora. Ari Pere Risati. Raperana Vamtuna Pepe wa Lawrence Rimondi. Dara Rovarakanakisa na Marvin Spanda. Shikomana Godnozu Murira. Chabdonza mkomana hapo. Kumudonzera pasi. Good save. Yaya ituwa na goalkeeper. Vasimondi pakanakisa chose. Bakati bodo. Dari katsikwe. Wakomana we mazona wanoti pam tomato.
Yeah, la pass bona I penalty kick anywhere abafana be Highlanders Valentine. And the penalty kick esingeke sayiphikisa ngoba uGod knows Murira udonse uRizin Sibanda. Ihlombe wabuyisa phansi njalo enika abafana be Highlanders ithuba lokuba equalize. Asazi ukuthi izothathwa kanjani li penalty kick. Izongena yini kumbe izovinjwa. Naso I penalty kick ureferee uthena goalkeeper
Sibanda
nini yakho.
Marvin Sibanda na Kelvin Shangiwa. Marvin Sibanda vamtuna pepe kati katirira itione. Marvin Sibanda va Lawrence Simondi vari kuti mirai pakatarwa. Shiganzina Vamshima from behind Itone. Shiganz Marvin Spanda. Isa Chaipo. Parofana Garamukati. Mem Tomato. Jikatikwa. Shiganzina Vamshima Pembande. Kelvin Shangiwa. Marvin Spanda. Misses. Achipota! Hey! 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 Oi, 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 oi! Agurarwe! Ai, wa! Achipota! Marvin Sibanda!
Nangumdawini uMarvin Spanda ekhuta ichance ebiniwe bona abafana beHighlanders uthi athole equalizer walakela ibhola ngaphandle kazange akhathaze ugoalkeeper unozinti weScotland uKelvin Shangiwa obelibonile ukuthi ibhola liya ngaphi njalo uSpanda walakela ibhola wabedlalisa ithuba labafana beHighlanders ukuthi bathole igoli labo lokulinganisa iScotland.
Mukana uya woenda zvichaita chikungune kurwadza muhanadze vakomana vemasvola nyama chila moya zvakuda kurema zvakuda kurwadza akupindura apa mukomana Trai Ncube akupinza chikomana Melikaya Ncube neicho chikomana Panashe Marvin Spanda apotsa penalty achibudiswa ari kurwadziwa vari kumunyaradza naErrol Sibanda. Confirmation yema substitutions. Marvin Sibanda achibuda naicho chikomana Hubert Ncube pachipinda Panashe Mshonga na Melikaya Ncube. Panashe Mshonga Trai Ncube ari kutsvaka kuti wadini kuti vakomana veHighlanders vechela moya vangadzoka here vangadzora mumutambo uyu. Trai Spanda Batashaya ashamisika nezviri kuitika. Tsukamancha atsvaga Tamon Machope achivharwa pano vakomana veHighlanders. Throw in kuvakomana veScotland. Vari kurwadziwa vakufunza kuti asi ndiye anogara chitora mapenalty here. Confirmation yemasubstitution. Marvin Spanda out, Hubert Ncube out, in comes Panashe Mshonga na Melikaya Ncube. Throw in kuvakomana vemabviravira zvichitungwa nemusoro zvichienda kuna Muthokozo Simseva achirisiya achibudira panze pedyo necorner flag. Throw in kuvakomana veHighlanders. Tonera Ndiraya asumuka akuti vakomana ngadzirambei takasunga tichidzivirira lead yedu, chengetedza lead. Manenji achikanda rakanakisa pa mu18 ichitungwa nemusoro. Throw in zvakare kuvakomana veScotland richikandirwa Albert Manenji. Albert Manenji achikanda referee 18 area richitungwa nemusoro richiuya kuna Kilsim Rweremba richibudirira panze kufar side uko kwatinoti kuVietnam end. Shindolo achitunga nemusoro.
As things stand now, Valentine, Scotland are on 35 points and Highlanders will remain on 27 points. We also need to account for the fact that Scotland were awarded the 3 points that was as a result of an abandoned match when they played Chicken Inn here at Rufaro Stadium. That game has been decided, and Scotland have been given the 3 points on a 3-0 scoreline. So that accounts for the 35 points that Scotland now have.
Goal kick. Masapota se Highlanders atibodo wamchina Pembe. Vaugadzirira kupinza vamwe vakomana. Ronald Pupidzai na Nathan Mutesa na Tapera ndiwo vari kugadzirwa kuti vachipinde. Disappointed fans vari kurwadziwa kwemba kubaya moyo. Chinenge chakubaya moyo chorwadza. Dzuke manje. Chitorona vakomana veHighlanders. Throw in ku Vietnam end. Ronald Pumbizai ndiye ari kugadzirira kupinda. Defender. 80 minutes asazidlaliwe lapha eRufaro. Sokusala yona imisuso elichumi. Lezangezelelwa nguNompembe. Iyakhokhela ke iScotland 2-1. Iposo yona ke ikithali kapheli. Mkuli Mtumbi Chwethi Yatinga lapana lihle Bashaya lihle lapana bethola ithuba Umphela Khoza shaya lihle lapana Lisuke laba lihle kakhulu laphumela phandle Tapera Michael Tapera uyalunga laphana. Goal kick kubafana beScotland.
Terence being pulled out. The scorer of the 2 goals for Scotland, that ball held, giving Scotland their first goal from a corner kick that is sent through the near post. Being given a rest this afternoon, he has done his shift and is being replaced by Tapera. Fumbizai also being prepared to come in. Timon Machope calls it a day. He's being rested. So it seems maybe Tondra Diraya wants to consolidate this win. He wants to consolidate. Yes.
Sebebia. Usebi Tondra Diraya lapana.
Yes.
Usebia.
Yeah, he's taking out. He took out 2 strikers, and one of the players replacing them is Fumbizai, who is a defender. So yeah, Tondra Indiraya acknowledging the threat that is being posed by Highlanders when they go out on the offensive, and he wants to fortify his defense.
Yikalapana. Usebia ke umpetleshi weqembu leScotland. Tondra Indiraya. Tapera. Engalifikeli lithatha ke abafana beHighlanders bethola ke umfana oseqoke iarmband uBrian Mlotshwa bemthathela laphana uKingsley Mberemba ethola uMichael Tapera ulathubana londoda mele bemnanzelele libuya laphana kuKingsley Mberemba ebatshengisa ukwenziwa kanjani Eshaka ni shoe shine piano. Etitra what? Highland tifuna igol. Free kick lapana kubafana beHighlanders. Isikhathi siyahamba. Abafana beHighlanders bakhuthe yona ipenalty. Bewulithuba lokuthi bebisele kube ngujikilo bhanqa. Kodwa badlalisa ithuba. Libe laphana kuMvela Khoza. Shaya lihle laphana ku-18. Ethi khona uKevin Shangiwa. isiwa chila umoya, ichila moya abalandeli bayo. Makatapera etha sampe spode emtshintsha laphana ethola ithuba shitano Umthokozi Simsebe ubemele iqibe nje kanjana kuhle kuyevalwa.
Vakomana veScotland right now, you can actually tell strategy yavo Valentine yekuti vada kungovhara vongochengeta kumashure bhora rongonzi chu kumberi kuna Tapera anova mukomana anomhanya zvinomwisa mvura anobva ari square bhora ya kuti riwane Muthokozi Msebe achipedzisa but azokanda bhora rikaenda mudenga pamusoro pebha. Highlanders survive in that instance.
Yasila ibhoso, yasila iHighlander, yasila ezimnyama yakani Highlanders ethi khona mina uKevin Shangiwa ngitsho namhla shaya kanye okwesibili hayibo Thokozi Simsebe efika lophana bemvimba lihamba ke lophana kuPrime Mlotsha yena ke usengukapteni bafana beHighlander lihamba kumvelo Khoza bethibilika lophana uChikwati khona center bethasi libisela nemuva Hoko kiparara ungaphi Belinika la bola kuMthumbi lisiya ezandleni zika goalkeeper ethinza thothi isikhathi sami nxa ulifuna hosa senkhona Kelvin Shangiwa eligcina laphana 86 minutes 4 minutes leyina zangezelelwa ligcina ngumvele Khoza bali tshintshintshwa lophana bethola ke yena uPrime Mlotsha kanye ke lifikela umvelo sekungena ke uManinja uyalunga uManinja uBretton Ncube kulamalanga ngazi kungani ehlala ebhentsini ngoba mina uRawushi lo Maninja uBretton Ncube icombination yabo iqhakathekile njalo ijala ukupha imvelo kubafana beHighlanders.
Well, asaza tingazive Valentine kuti maybe coach anenge ane mafungiro ake zvichienderana nekuti vari kutambana nani nhasi asi pare zvino tiri kuona iye coach try Ncube achiedza kugadzirisa mukomana Nqobile Ndlovu kuti apinde pamwe chete naBretton Ncube uko Mtasa akamirawo pacheto achida kuti apindewo amene kuti ndana chaburitswa Mtasa ari kugadzirwa kuti naye apindewo ave nechekuita mumutambo wedu wanhasi uri kunakidza semare mutambo handifuni kuti tichamboona mutambo unonakidza sekudayo nhasi uno Valentine pakati peScotland neHighlanders.
Brighton Mkhuli ndiye abudiswa pachipinda icho chikomana Nqobile Ndlovu striker pauda upinda Brighton Ncube use sithi laphana ngasihambe zonke atibudisa mvelo
Mvelo Khoza out
atibudisa mvelo Khoza pachipinda iye Maninja Brighton Ncube akuthoka gobhora phaya akanda yesema striker ake mkati kwasara iko 2 minutes netsawedzerana vamchina pembe Nathan Mtasa akupindawo achipiwawo mkana pachibuda iye captain wewakomana veScotland Walter Msona eniki ampenti laphana uKevin Moyo ukapteni wabafana beqembu leScotland amafiravira izilwane zenkuku ziyakhokhela lapha 2-1 usengenileke laphana uNathan Mtasa ubani wayekhona muhla kudlala iScotland le Highlander umdlalo wathokozisa abanenge wathila labanye umoya. Shali phumela phandle laphana, throw in. Nankana ama substitutions akho nqobile Ndlovulo Brighton ncube phakathi bephuma laphana ngumvelo Khoza loTalethani Mquli. Bethi hlafuna hlobela, bethi hlafuna hlobela go phela kanjani. Free kick kubafana beHighlanders. Ebuya laphana uRiwat Musa ukuthi eshayile ite phambili ngoba kathese sebefuna ibhola phambili. Shala phana lite belifikela abafana beHighlander belikhiphela phandle beligcina lihlala kuTapera. Shayile ite laphana baligcina abafana beHighlander bethola ukapteni wabo. Nguye ke phela laphana uMelikhaya Ncube nguye ufika wathatha i-armband laphana. Ike yakhokhela iHighlanders kodwa kathesi sokukhokhela ke abafana beScotland. Laphana kukhanyele ukuthi kungangezelelwa 4 minutes. Maninja 3 minutes laphana. Free kick wafana beHighlander. Utry uthi asambe phambili. Uyaphuma laphana uScott Sakuphanya. Uthi hayi sabe iqibile. Ulethemba ukuthi hayi sokwanele kodwa ipheli unompempe ngalichayanga impempe.
I hope you won't receive a phone call while he's driving away from the stadium that Highlanders have equalized or Scotland has scored a third goal.
Wayenzakale emakhumeni. Last touch. Lahlela ngena laphana. Bathola iwapholi laphana. Belisanga ekhanda. Beligcina abafana beHighlanders. Likhipha abafana Kingsley Mraremba. Shayile ite laphana liphumela phandle. Throw in go Highlander. Lakmo Mthumbi. Melikhaya Ncube. Uyalifuna lapha yalibiza. Beshayile ite laphana abafana beHighlanders ku etine bathi uManinja. uManinja lapha likhipha. Belibisela laphana nguLakmo Mthumbi. Reason Spanda bemthathela Kingsley Mraremba. Ethi khona mina uBrian Mlotshwa liphumela phandle bethola ithuba lokuchitha isikhathi abafana beScotland. Siyahamba isikhathi 2-1 iyakhokhela iScotland. One yakhokhela iScotland. Belishala phana ngekhanda. Shayile ite lapha uShintolo. Wathi khona ngale kuyayenza. Sebelixotsha abafana beScotland abasafuna la kuligcina. iHighlanders la ithi siyabuya. Unompempe wathi hayi sokwanele
Zakwana.
Yakbitwa iHighlanders. Bayithaya iHighlanders 2-1 Scotland. Yawina laphana.
Yes, I think Valentine, we see Highlanders who have been inconsistent in their past few games, and they've fallen 2-1 to Scotland after having taken an early lead through Matthews Chiweta in the 17th minute, and then Scotland equalizing through Terence Dugamanja in the 21st, and then Terence coming again to hound Highlanders in the 68th minute. So Highlanders have been inconsistent. If you look at their track record, they last won a game last weekend when they beat Greenfields by a solitary goal to Will. Prior to that, they'd drawn with Kwekwe United, and before that, they lost at home to Moors FC. So Highlanders, I think something needs to be done in terms of trying to maintain their consistency. They need to be consistent in terms of their track record. You'd never know which Highlanders is going to show up. But on the other hand, we see Scotland, who is somehow on the mend. Last week they accounted for Ngezi Platinum by 2-1, and today they win by a similar scoreline, beating Highlanders 2-1. And it's all due to Terence Jukamanja, who scored a brace for Scotland. And now we go to the touchline to wait for Valentine, who's going to start talking to the coaches. And over to you, Valentine.
Indeed, big victory for Scotland. Well deserved nonetheless. But your overall assessment of the match, Jiraya, victory for you. You had to get a late equalizer at Bobberfield Stadium, but today 2-1 to the good.
Thank you, Valentine. I think it was a tough match. I should admit, but I think our team showed character today. Though I'm not very happy by the way we are going about our business. We concede first, then come back into the game and win the game. It happened again in Ngezi. We went behind, then scored 2 quick goals. Today we went behind and then scored 2 goals again. But of course, with some bit of luck, they missed a penalty. But I'm bemoaning about clean sheets. We haven't kept a clean sheet for quite a while now, and that is a worrying sign for me. We are conceding very soft goals. So I hope we can improve in that area. But apart from that, 3 points is 3 points. I'm happy that the boys fought to the end. Happy for Terence for scoring a double today. And then of course the entire team. It was a very good, very impressive team effort, and hopefully we can keep picking points. It was a difficult match, I should admit. Highlanders were very competitive today, but in the end I think we had to walk away with maximum points. A second win on the trot, which is very good for us in our quest to garner more points going forward.
All right, congratulations, coach, and all the best as well in your title chase. All right, that is Todorine Diraya. They're impressed, not too happy with how they're conceding first, but hopefully we've got a try Ngube, the Highlanders gaffer. Yeah, try a hard one to take, particularly with a missed penalty. You could have taken a point away from home here too, but it wasn't to be. Your overall assessment of the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, we played well. We came here to get maximum points. We're fighting for 3 points, but in the end, we had a chance to get 1, and then we missed that chance. But it happens. It's football. There's nothing that we can do. We soldier on going forward. But otherwise, it was a good performance from the boys. Just unlucky that we got nothing from the game. It's very painful.
And also injury to your captain must be worrying as well, Andrew Beba, and also missing Mason Mshore as well. That would have been a big miss for you today.
Sure. When Andrew Beba went out, we lacked some leadership onto the pitch. That is even why we started preparing Melika to step in so that we can manage to have some senior players on the field. But having said that, I'm proud of the boys. They tried to fight hard for the badge, but we are disappointed. We wanted to get something from this game, but football.
Tough luck, coach. Football is such, but certainly wish you the best and a safe travel back to the city of Bulawayo.
Thank you.
All right, that is the Highlanders gaffer trying to move it. They're disappointed. They would have loved to get a maximum 3 points, but unfortunately they walk away empty-handed. It is Scotland who get the maximum points. I certainly hope you did enjoy this one, and we take you back to the studio for the full-time analysis of what a great match this has been. My name is Valentine Apugu.
Well. So painful for all you Highlander supporters, isn't it? Your team gave it all. But, these things do happen. Malvin Sibanda, he thought he had had it right. As we see again the highlights from this very exciting game. One of the most exciting games there. You see the Mavira supporters there waving their flags from side to side. And the highlights came. And that was the goal by Nyama. Terence Drukamanja, and the the dance is there by Mavira. I'm sure this one was practiced at training. So these things do happen in football. Like I'm saying, very, very sorry for Malvin Sibanda. But Mavira lighting the fire with 2 goals from Terence Drukamanja and coach Stanza and Tondera Ndiraya, very pleased. So just a quick wrap up from the 2 experts here. First, let's hear from Ginola William Mtingwa.
I think Highlanders lost it when they lost their influential captain. They lost some leadership, like Triangube said. Those area of balls which he was winning there. You see, when that free kick was floated in, Timon Machope rose highest to know the ball to Terence Drukamanja, who was suspiciously offside. I'm sure with VAR he was some inches offside. But if Andrew was still in, I'm sure Timon was not going to win that header. But Highlanders gave their all. Scotland, they fought well. I was also impressed by the performance of match referee when he awarded that penalty to Scotland. Scotland, they wanted to argue here, but with a bit of VAR again, I think God knows Mrula should have gone for an early shower, because that was a clear goal scoring opportunity which he denied Highlanders of. And also the penalty, when it was taken, I blame the far side assistant referee. The goalkeeper moved off the line before it was taken.
Mm-hmm. And well, Chief, Highlanders, yes, they lost, but they came to trying and said that they want to compete, and they did.
No, there was competition, great determination. And both teams, they did very well. I think it's a fair result. And unfortunately, they missed a penalty, but it was a good game, all in all. Yeah.
Great game. It definitely was great game. But Mavira up and running again. They are still in 3rd position behind Simba Bora and Moza, but they are gunning for it. So that's how it ended 2-1 to Mavira. And you saw their director, Honorable Scott Sakupkanya, sporting a Highlander scarf. Well, that's just about it. It leaves me to thank the 2 experts, William Tingwa and Chief Justice Majavi. And, the many thanks that are very important are for you, because you are always with us and you enjoy it. And keep on enjoying what you're seeing on ZBC TV. From everybody, from the ZBC TV sports crew behind the scenes, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Shoriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura.